Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Dumi Hlapo, bringing you the latest of what's happening in and around Johannesburg. Joburg is known as the City of Gold, but let's not forget why our city has that title.
Right from the beginning, Johannesburg has been the work of the men who delved underground, finding the gold. I know we don't have active mines in Joburg itself anymore. When I was a little girl, you could feel the ground shaking when there was a rock fall. But we still need to know that our wealth is built on mining. Well, the miners' statue was actually put here because the town hall was moving up into the new civic centre and at the top of Rissik Street, so that as people came out, they'd go up the hill, there would be the miners, the focal point of Johannesburg, the people who built the wealth of the Witwatersrand. And in fact, it was a donation from the Chambers of Mines of the Transvaal and the Orange Free State. And this was the new civic centre area. And behind us, of course, is now the Metro Centre. It seems a little bit old-fashioned because obviously the rock drill is an old rock drill, and the lamp that the miners carrying is very old indeed. I think it's even older than 1936. And the rock drill points towards Langlaagte, which is southwest of here, because that's where the first gold mines were developed in 1886.
The gold mine statue situated in Braamfontein, it's one of the most iconic statues reflecting on the city of Johannesburg. As we all know, Johannesburg is a city of gold and a city of miners. I'm Pomashego for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Jen Su and you're watching Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're one of those that are always on the move, do catch us on pockettv.mobi, and that's Pocket with an I. From people who gave our city a name all the way to people who gave our music industry a name, we caught up with the legendary Johny Clegg.
Johny Clegg is one of South Africa's iconic musicians, and he brings his live and unplugged show to Johannesburg for the very first time. Not only is he energetic, but he also tells a story behind every song during his performances.
In November last year, I was asked by my management. I didn't want to do it, but he said, you know, you don't have a live unplugged album. Johny Clegg or Jiluka have never had a live unplugged. We should do one. So we recorded 8 shows at the Baxter Theatre in Cape Town. And I had never played live unplugged. And I suddenly discovered my voice. And here, my voice was the lead instrument, and I had to focus on it in a way that I'd never really thought about before. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the experience. And it seemed to work well. So we decided, well, let's go with a tour of this, you know, and put it on in Johannesburg. And really what it is the raw, unstructured songs as they were written, sometimes just voice and guitar. When I'm out there on stage, you can see it's like people are in my lounge. You know, it's not about, you know, I'm a celebrity and you out there and I'm doing my thing and, you know, these are my hits and whatever. It's really about engaging and sharing my experience as a songwriter, my experience as an anthropologist, my experience as a storyteller. My experience is also of struggling to find my own identity in Zulu culture, in Zulu Maskanda music, and the culture of the Amatata that we spoke about. So people get actually a kind of an autobiographical detail of the show. It's a very unique thing in that way. The crossover tradition that existed in South Africa, there was one, but it was hidden. And I stumbled on it by mistake. And I thought, this is a model that I'd like to use. The wall of sound engages the people, and then you sing over it, you know. It's a different kind of energy.
I'm Butumela Larato Kwena for Joburg Today.
My name is Vusinova, and I'd rather go blind than not to watch Joburg Today.
What was once a filthy prison has now become the beacon for our human rights principles. We visited Constitution Hill.
The Constitutional Hill is one of the most iconic places in Johannesburg City. It was formerly known as the most brutal prison in Johannesburg. during the cause of apartheid?
Constitution Hill is basically the beacon of human rights, constitutionalism, and democracy. Its history, it was once a brutal, unhygienic, and overpopulated prison in Johannesburg, actually the first maximum prison to be built on the site. However, today it sits the Constitutional Court, making it the basic beacon for human rights principles in the country. The architectural design of the Constitutional Court is very unique in that it was built under an African theme of justice underneath a tree. It is one of the latest structures to be built on the site. However, the significance is as old as we can remember Africa. I mean, justice underneath a tree. So even the design of the building represents a tree. One of the most transparent courts in the world.
As part of the visit, you get to see every different aspect of prison life and the life that people lived inside prison, which is very heartwarming, but at the same time, you learn more about the historic buildings in Johannesburg.
Great icons like Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was once a prisoner here in 1908. Nelson Mandela passed through Constitution Hill various times from the early 1950s when activism started, especially the defiance campaigns. Walter Sisulu, Chief Luthuli. I mean, this site is one of the old prison sites in the world to be associated with two Nobel laureates, being Chief Luthuli and Nelson Mandela, who were kept here in 1956. And we also had Mahatma Gandhi, who became a Nobel nominee 4 times, making this site to be the only prison site in the world to be associated with 3 Nobel nominees.
Mpomashiru for Joburg Today.
Hello everyone, my name is Kanyam Kangisa and you are watching Joburg Today.
That's it from today's show. Do catch up on more on what's happening on the city on our playlist. From myself, Dumi Shapo, I do leave you with Joburg's very own version of Pharrell's Because I'm Happy. Bye.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want